Good morning, good morning, good morning. Wonderful day to you, all of you. We are continuing our days, continuing our journey together through Proverbs, like we always do. How you doing every morning? And like I said, this is a journey. No matter how hard it is to get up or how you feel, you just get up and kind of do what you have to do, which is read the word, kind of see what God has to say to you through the word, and go from there. Oh, but here we go. Here we go. Proverbs 10 to 11 in the ESV. Whoever winks the eye causes trouble, and the babbling fool will come to ruin. The mouth of the righteous is a fountain of life, but the mouth of the wicked conceals violence. All right, so this first verse 10, these are actually two very different people, but they ultimately go again. They ultimately go the same direction, as in this one causes the one who winks the eye causes trouble, and the one who is babbling come to ruin. See, the mouth of the righteous, see, the fountain of life, while the mouth of the wicked. Wicked conceals my morning conceals violence. Okay, let's run through this a little bit. Someone who winks the eye, in this case, causes trouble. These are people who are deceitful and cunning. They have thoughts in their minds that kind of wink, 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 wink. These are the type of people who they do cause trouble, and they have like thoughts in their minds of something they want to do. Cunning as in, oh, this is kind of an interesting to try to do. Let's try this. This is gonna be good. And I guess the winker, there's something attractive about that for some reason, and people want to do it, but it gets them into trouble. The babbling fool, on the other hand, is this person of self-importance who likes to hear themselves speak. And they talk without any regard to whatever's going on, and they like to hear the sound of their voice, arrogantly thinking that whatever they say is really important. Like kind of like the self-importance thing. And basically they talk themselves into ruin. So yeah, those people are in trouble. Stay away from them. And so winks and eye babbling for these are people who kind of talk. The mouth of the righteous is the fountain of life. So again, we were talking about that last time yesterday about the mouth of the righteous. What does it mean to be a good person? What does it mean to be a righteous person? Righteous, if you're being righteous, you are seeking what is right, what is good. That means seeking wisdom, which includes I'm going to memorize this, which is the pillars. I'm going to copy and paste it from yesterday because we totally went through it. It's all these things, which also includes fearing the Lord, integrity. Anything else yesterday that we talked about? And the fruits of the Spirit. Right? That on there. That's going to be like, these are like our memory verses. like I'm telling you again, like if you follow these things, you'll be totally fine. People who cause trouble, that because the person who winks his eye has no is not being sincere. There's something mischievous that they want to do. The babbling fool is just being selfish and trying to hear themselves speak, even if they don't even know if they're correct or not, but they think they're correct arrogantly. And the mouth of the wicked, so they spew out. Um, they actually seek violence. They say bad things. They kind of slander people. They do all these things that are basically negative towards other people. While the person who is, which is interesting, the fountain of life, there's it's a life giving conversation that the righteous does. And I'm going to add this: fountain of life has something to do. It's refreshing, life giving, positive, encouraging. Right? That's that. That's the thing that we should be talking about. There's um okay, what's that one verse? Uh, there's a verse out there that kind of says out of the mouth. Ugh, okay, my mind's not thinking. But the idea is that God wants us to be encouraging, refreshing, positive, and the things that come out of our mouth should be life giving. So, which means sarcasm is not appropriate most of the time. And I'm the only one in my family that uses sarcasm a lot, and then Sebastian does right now. Olivia, Olivia tries it. My eldest, probably because he gets it from me, because my wife is not sarcastic, and it's not always positive, especially with my number two kind of rides off emotions and feelings, and so the my number one's sarcasm kind of digs into her. So I don't know. So for me, that's where this comes in. Um, Mostly is, are my words life giving and encouraging? And I feel like that's where I need to work on, and which is a really, really place where we need to go to. Okay. All this other stuff we'll just continue to memorize. Righteous, seeking what is right, what is good. It means seeking wisdom, purity, peacefulness, gentleness, reasonable, full of mercy, good fruits, impartiality, and sincerity. Fearing the Lord, integrity, the fruits of the spirit, love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, goodness, faithfulness. See, these things, these are really positive, life-giving things to do. Okay. Is there a thing called sound mind? I think that's a phrase that came up. What does sound mind mean? Mental capacity to understand one's action, the consequence. Okay. Oh, you know what? Taking responsibility for own actions. Responsibility is a big one of wisdom, where you just take responsibility for the things that you've done, and that that's a big one still, and and I feel like that's like saying willing to say I'm sorry when you were wrong. When you were wrong. This is a good verse. These are good verses. But again, we'll continue to memorize what it means to be wise, like practically in terms like the purity, peace, this thing right here, peace, purity, reasonableness. Still need to work on that purity thing. Full of mercy, good fruits, impartiality, and sincerity. Winks an eye is not sincere, not pure, not loving, not good. Babbling fool, not gentle, not peaceable, not gentle, gentleness again, not self-controlled. Mouth of the wicked, seek. Okay, see, that's it's complete contrast from what you want when it comes to wisdom. So stay away from that. I just like the idea of that whatever comes out of your mouth, life giving. And I hope that your takeaway is that too, is that when you're communicating with anyone, even in an argument, when you get into that argument, you have to be in that self-control, gentle love piece. Like, just got to remember those because I know emotions get high, but you really have to try to do right to the other person because the purpose is to restore relationship and to find understanding with one another when you get into that argument. And so that means having self-control, being gentle, um, being of sound mind, you know, what it is. Anyways, hopefully you learned something today, and I'll see you guys next time, which is tomorrow. See you again. Peace. Literally.